All right, guys, welcome to the fourth quarter of English 12. This is it. And um, today I want to introduce you to the first week, but also kind of give you an overview of the rest of the quarter and what it will look like. This quarter we're going to be focusing on lots of different things, actually. The first three quarters had one clear focus. We did Shakespeare, we did Tale of Two Cities, and then we did our research project. This time we're going to be reading lots of shorter works, essays, poems, short stories, and I guess that's about it mostly. and we're going to talk about themes, things that unite them, and just ways that this kind of literature has affected our modern world. So it's going to be a really fun quarter. I think you'll get something new each week and be able to have some really good discussions. So this week we're going to be learning about A Modest Proposal by Jonathan Swift. It's an older work written in 1729, but it's one that has stayed with us, and students read it in high schools all over the world because it is such a wonderful satire. So you're going to be reading A Modest Proposal. So this week you're going to open your reading log and start working on that. We also have the Twitter Extra Credit Project this quarter as well, where if you tweet each week about your response to the literature, you'll get 2 points of extra credit each week. We're going to talk about parody. This is a fun discussion. You'll watch this video. There's a couple videos in there, one from Saturday Night Live and one from Monty Python, and one just a discussion of parody. There's three videos there. You'll discuss parody and Saturday Night Live, and also be able to post your own examples of parody here. So make sure you keep them PG rated and something that we can share with the class, but that would be a really fun discussion. Then we're going to talk about satire. Here's an introduction to A Modest Proposal. You'll read A Modest Proposal, which is an essay, and take really good notes on this. There's a discussion on Modest Proposal and a quiz that you'll take. And then at the end of the week, we're going to learn about language, denotation and connotation and what that means, and the importance of language, and post here in another discussion where you will talk about the difference between the dictionary definition of a word and what the word actually means emotionally, what images you get that are connected to a word outside of its just plain dictionary definition. So that is this week. That should be a good week. Not a lot of reading, but a lot of thinking, so that will be fun. Let's look ahead. And actually, I just want to show you kind of an overview of what the rest of the quarter will look like roughly, so that you'll know what to expect. In week 2, we're going to talk about women's literature and early arguments for equality. We'll talk about fairy tales. Mary Wollstonecraft is an early writer that wrote about women's rights. The next week we'll talk about another female author, and that is Jane Austen. We'll read a couple of short chapters from Pride and Prejudice, and we'll compare Jane Austen and Mary Wollstonecraft. Then we'll move on to talking about the effects of war on literature. We'll do a discussion of World War I and some of the poetry that came out of World War I. We'll compare some poems. Then we'll talk about literature of the modern world, what is considered the modern world, which is literature after 1900. We'll read some poems, a short story, and another longer poem. Then we're going to talk about George Orwell and colonization, where literature from people from England that have gone over the world and conquered other countries, and what that did to language. So there's some short stories that we'll read, and we'll spend a week on a writing assignment about that. Then we'll talk about post-colonial literature and read series of short stories. You'll have a chance to collaborate with another student on this and complete an assignment, writing assignment. And then that's it. The end of the quarter, the last quarter we won't do, or the last week we won't do much. We will just wrap it up and do an evaluation. It's a little bit different as I go through and revise according to our needs. But basically there's going to be one timed writing essay. So you can practice doing timed essay writing like the types that you will do in college. We'll do another essay that you spend more time on. You'll have a week to do that based on some of the readings that we've done. And then we have a project at the end where you're going to collaborate with someone in the class. And that will be it. So get to work on week 1 and let me know if you have any questions. Take care.